A scan operation in Amazon DynamoDB reads every item in a table or a secondary index. By default, a scan operation returns all of the data attributes for every item in the table or index. Therefore, the best practice is to avoid using a scan operation on a large table or index with a filter that removes many results. A single scan operation can retrieve a maximum of 1 megabyte of data. For example, here is a DynamoDB scan using the AWS command line interface, AWS CLI. The DynamoDB Scan CLI command is used to scan the music table. You can use the projection expression parameter so that scan only returns some attributes rather than all of them. In this case, only the album attribute values are returned. If you need to further refine the scan results, you can optionally provide a filter expression. A filter expression determines which items within the scan results should be returned to you. A filter expression is applied only after the entire table is scanned or a scan finishes. The expression does not consume any additional read capacity units. With scan, you can specify any attributes in a filter expression, including partition key and sort key attributes. The syntax for a filter expression is identical to that of a condition expression. Filter expressions can use the same comparators, functions, and logical operators as a condition expression. In this example, it filters the scanned results by artist 2. Therefore, only the list of albums by artist 2 are returned. Now, let's look at some of the key features. Limiting the number of items in the result set. You can limit the number of items in the result set by setting the limit parameter to the maximum number of items that you want prior to filter expression evaluation. For example, suppose that you scan a table with a limit value of 4, and without a filter expression, the scan result contains the first 4 items from the table that match the key condition expression from the request. Now suppose that you add a filter expression to the scan. In this case, DynamoDB applies the filter expression to the 4 items that were returned, discarding those that do not match. The final scan result contains 4 items or fewer, depending on the number of items that were filtered. Counting the items in the results. The scan response contains the following elements: scan count and count. Scan count is the number of items evaluated or scanned before any scan filter is applied. Count is the number of items that remain after a filter expression was applied. If the size of the scan result set is larger than 1 megabyte, scan count and count represent only a partial count of the total items. You need to perform multiple scan operations to retrieve all the results. Read consistency for scan. A scan operation performs eventually consistent reads by default. This means that the scan results might not reflect the latest changes due to a recently completed put item or an update item operation. If you require strongly consistent reads, set the consistent read parameter to true in the scan request. Note that a scan operation which performs strongly consistent reads consumes twice as many read capacity units as compared to the default eventually consistent reads.